Friday nights in the mountains hit different. Rivalries renew as August heat turns into cold mountain nights. From Mitchell to Murphy, we've got the plays, the players, and the matchups that matter. The battle for the Blue Ridge starts here. This is Mountain Matchups.
What's up and welcome back to the Mountain Matchups podcast. The Erwin Warriors might be dead. We got the battle for the jug coming up between Madison and North Buncombe. But first, let me talk to my fellas, Corey and Warren. How's it going? Did you guys have a good weekend?
I had a great weekend. I had a great weekend with my brothers. How you guys doing?
I couldn't ask for much better. We had a freaking blast. It's good times all around.
So we had a little guys trip in Tennessee. Played a couple days of golf at Gatlinburg Golf Course. A lot of fun. I'm very sore still. Got back Monday, and I won't be able to move until the following Monday. But it's worth it. It was worth it. Had a great time with you guys.
Yeah, I really wish that we could do that more often.
Yep. But instead, we have to settle for doing a podcast weekly. It's not too bad. It's not a bad trade-off. Just get on here and talk a little football. Speaking of football, we had college football start back up.
I don't know if you guys watched the UNC game the other night. Oh, Bill coming back. UNC fans are fired up. You two gentlemen right there. All fired up. Fireworks exploding everywhere. They got absolutely freaking smoked. Had that open possession touchdown. And then, dang. What was it, 48-14? Was that it?
That was the final score, yeah. It was not fun times in Chapel Hill.
Don't act like you don't remember what the score was.
I know Mountain Heritage probably would have beat them the other night, is what I know.
with our rush defense in Chapel Hill right now, it's very well that could have happened.
Braden Dayton probably would have scored 4 passing touchdowns. Let's go. All right, let's go, boys.
Okay. You're jumping ahead, but let's dig into it then. Our game of the week, Mountain Heritage spanks Erwin 30-15.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and start off and say I could not have been more wrong thanks to my fantastic sources of information. I was told Lawson Reynolds would be playing Friday night, so of course, what do I do last episode? I think I've got all the good news, and I'm in there like swimwear. No, I was completely wrong. He did not play, which was a huge blow for Erwin before the first snap of the game even happened.
Yep.
Mountain Heritage, just like last year, they must not have a kicker because yet again, boys, they went for 2 every time. I think they did go for a PAT on the first score. Erwin was up 7-6 to end the first quarter, but the Cougars answered and they never looked back. They scored 8 points in the second, third, and fourth quarters. This was Mountain Heritage's 3rd consecutive victory over the Warriors, and the Cougars dominated the ground just like they do against pretty much everybody they play. We figured this would happen. Rushed for over 300 yards with 6 different ball carriers. 6. That is insane to me that they've got that many kids that can carry the ball. And you don't need much defense when you have that kind of production and control from your offense. Heritage, they opened up the fourth quarter with a classic drive, 12 plays, 73 yards, and chewed up 8 minutes of a 12-minute quarter. And I think y'all can agree nothing is more deflating for an opponent than that.
Like Corey said, 6. That's half a dozen for you Camler folk that can't do math.
It's crazy.
Why would you kick a PAT? It's almost a given every time. You don't need a kicker. Very impressive. It's impressive.
Yeah, it really is. And it's also very hard to beat any team that can kill as much clock as they did in that opening drive in the fourth quarter and still put points up on the board. And the funny thing to me, and it actually got me fired up because I miss good old mountain football. Coach Pope in his post-game interview said, and I quote, "It was good old-fashioned Heritage football." And that's just awesome to me. I'm glad that they have a tradition and a culture there that they've built that's like, by God, we're going to run the piss out of the football, and there's nothing you're going to do about it. I mean, I think that's awesome.
Caleb, what were you going to say? I'm sorry.
Oh, was I going to say something?
Oh, I thought you were. Well, I was going to say Allen from Erwin had 21 tackles, 16 solo. I mean, he tried his best. Had a couple other people with double digits. Howdem, Jacoby, Holder. They tried their best. But when someone's running the ball 58 times, averaging probably 7+ yards a carry as a whole. Dang, you can't stop that.
You had Rodriguez with 101 yards. You had Bennett with 92. Cason Jones, we've talked about him a million times. He had 75. And they had a bunch of other guys too that ran for, 25, 35. Like it's just unreal the way they run the ball. And props to them again for sticking to it. And until somebody stops it, keep pounding that rock, son.
And think about how much they give Cason Jones the ball, and that dude's like, does he? I mean, I say only has 75 yards. Where they're like, well, we're going to kill you with Rodriguez. We're going to kill you with, whoever, Dayton. I mean, they have too many weapons, and they go to face Robbinsville this week, who's coming off a loss to Franklin, 28-7. Shout out Franklin there. That's a big time dub. And Erwin continues their daunting schedule with a matchup against Brevard. So we'll see. That's not going to be. I ain't got too many words for that game. It's going to be difficult.
I don't want to get too far down the road here, but I mean, Erwin's got a realistic chance to go, 0-4. They're going to get Brevard this week, and then you got Hendersonville next week. I think they might even have Watauga after that. So it's they need to get healthy and and get some wins because this schedule is tough.
Yeah, it's brutal.
But what else can you say about Mountain Heritage? They did what they do. I feel like we're talking about them every week, but how can you not? They're one of the best teams in WNC. So congrats to them, and we'll see if Erwin can bounce back this week. It would be a big time win in Brevard. We'll talk about that game in a bit when we do our picks. But if they can win that one, they're back on track. So some other scores we had: Hendersonville 39, West Henderson 6. I mean, they just came in and beat the brakes off West Henderson. This snapped a 3-game losing streak that Hendersonville had to West. So, they're happy to get that monkey off their back. Hendersonville quarterback Jerron Ward, 328 yards passing, fellas, 4 touchdowns, and a rushing touchdown. And Jordan Beeford on the ground for him, 14 carries, 144 yards and a touchwon. The air, ground, it doesn't matter.
You can't get any more efficient than that.
No, and, we were watching that game, and from the beginning, Hendersonville just jumped down their throats. Like it wasn't a ball game, It was very apparent that this was going to be a blowout in Hendersonville's favor. And West, the running back Zay McCraw, we talked about him all the time. He had 104 yards, but that was on 21 carries, which is only about 5 yards per average. So if you're gonna have him get 104 yards on you, that's the way you want him to do it, just not in big chunks.
I mean, Hendersonville's defense just made him earn everything he got, it sounds like. And we all know how talented McCraw is. So for their defense to even, like we were talking about the offense a lot, but for their defense to perform like that, I know 104 yards sounds like a lot, but like Caleb said, that's only averaging around 5 yards a carry once you get up to 21 carries. So shout out to Hendersonville's defense too. I mean, they seem to be elite all around. And Warren, go ahead and brag because I know you picked Hendersonville last week. Nostradamus over here.
I was just going to say, if you look at Zay McCraw's stats since the beginning of the season, it seems like teams are just loading the box. He's only averaging like 5.9 yards per carry, which seems like a ton. But when you're talking about Zay McCraw and the way West Henderson runs their offense, I picked him as my WNC player of the year. I figured he'd be capping people 7.5, something like that. So, 21 carries, 104 yards. I know they got behind and maybe, hey, we're behind 3 touchdowns, maybe try to pass the rock. He still got 21 carries. So teams are just trying to stop him. And whenever they stop him, you have a good chance of beating West Henderson.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And to Hendersonville's credit, I mean, they look like one of the best teams in WNC too. They've really showed up and showed out so far. I mean, they beat the brakes off East Henderson in the first game. Going to West, they flipped coasts and beat the other team in Henderson. So, good for them. Hendersonville is rolling right now. And
one win away from the Hendersonville County Championship, as they call it, between the 3 schools. They got North coming up this Friday. So,
yeah.
Well, good luck to North.
Pisgah beat Swain 28-27. And, boys, this game was tighter than Warren's Wranglers on a Friday night. Pisgah stopped Swain on a 2-point conversion, to win by 1.
You don't go by 2 right there. You don't go
You
by
don't
2
go for
right
2?
there. You do not go by 2 right there.
I
You
think
kick
you do.
the extra point, you go to overtime. You don't go by 2 right there.
Not when it's at Pisgah Memorial Stadium and your kids have fought hard to be in that game all night long. I mean, I don't hate the call. Maybe if it's at Swain, you kick the PAT and take the home field advantage on your side. But, I mean, dude, you imagine how loud Pisgah Stadium gets on, say, 4th and goal in overtime and everything's on the line. I mean,
I don't care if it's Pisgah
win.
Memorial Stadium or Abraham Lincoln Memorial Stadium. You don't go for 2 right there. You do not go for 2 right there. You kick the extra point, you go to OT, then you take your chances there. You do not go for 2 right there.
I like it. I think they were going to have a hard time stopping Landon Pope on a short field. I mean, he got the lion's share of the carries for Pisgah, as he usually does. 86 yards, 1 touchdown on the ground, 1 receiving touchdown. Warren, that's your boy. He ran downhill this game.
My man's also got hands.
You got hands. You got that receiving touchdown. But yeah, Pisgah comes up with the clutch stop at the end to beat Swain. Another close game. I mean, I think there was like 3 different games that came down to 2-point conversions. Hayesville 21, Inca 20. Inca does the same thing that Swain tried. Got to try to win it on the road, go for 2. Fell short. Hayesville senior Trey Graves, 18 carries, 176, 3 touchdown. Caden Ledford, 9 carries, 60 yards. So Inca's showing, in these past 2 weeks, they're having some trouble stopping the run. North Henderson ran it down their throat, and it looks like Hayesville did too.
Yeah, I mean, 18 carries for 176 yards from Graves and 3 touchdowns. That's like, what are we doing?
Not even mentioning Ledford's 9 carries for 60. I think you talked about, Corey, had the backers on the outside. You got to close that stuff in a little bit. I mean, God dang.
That's the thing with what I've seen just from, and I'm not telling Inca's coaches how to coach. I'm down at the middle school at Inca. Like, I love everyone up there. I wish I saw more adjustments in the North Henderson game that I went to, which, I mean, they tried some stuff and penalties just killed them. But in the Hayesville game, it didn't really seem like there was many made either. And when you got 1 or maybe 2 backers in the middle and your outside backers are playing outside, you're 8 yards outside the box, I mean, teams are just going to gash you. And when it's play after play after play, I would start loading the box and make people run outside and throw the ball. I mean, you really have nothing to lose after that. And if they beat you that way, they beat you that way. But
yeah, Inca's got some stuff to figure out on defense for sure. We'll see how they fare against a big matchup with Pisgah. Again, Corey's favorite team this Friday. Quick shout out to Inca's Logan Trantham. 3 total touchdowns. I mean, he carried them, scored all their points. They just couldn't get in for 2 at the end, or it would have been a Jets dub.
Hey,
Franklin.
Hold on real quick. Let me shout you out, LT. Good job, man. That's a good game.
Franklin, 28. Robbinsville, 7. Not much to say about that other than Franklin, had a big bounce back win after they lost to Murphy in week 1. Their quarterback, Anderson Terrell, he was 10 of 12, 154 yards, 2 touchdowns, rushed for 25, and had another tutty. And they beat a tough Robbinsville team. That's a team that a lot of people had in their top 10, top 5, coming into this week. And Franklin, to their credit, big time win for them.
I actually thought that game would be a lot closer, like 24-21. Franklin they went in there and just handled business. Franklin's something to deal with this season.
They didn't just beat them. I mean, they smacked them. I never saw that coming.
Panther pride, baby. Good for Franklin. Tuscola 36, Cherokee 35. Another close one. Tuscola's Isaiah Hyatt blocked a Cherokee PAT with 40 seconds left to hold off the Braves. That was a crazy game too, boys.
He also, if I remember correctly, he blocked a kick earlier in the game, or nearly did. But we talked about, did we not talk about last week, Bartley, Tuscola struggling a little bit? He bounces back. This is a big win for Tuscola. I mean, you look at his stats, 13-22 for 166 and a touchdown. But regardless, that's a massive win for Tuscola, much needed.
Shout out to Sam Trantham, 21 rushes, 181 yards, and 3 touchdowns as well. I mean, that's getting after it.
Yeah, it's like some Barry Sanders stuff.
And then Dawson Panther. I mean, again, amazing name. Had a little bit of a down game compared to last week, 11 of 21. Did have 249 yards with 2 touchdowns, but he also threw 2 picks, so decent game. If it wasn't for the picks, it would have actually been really good. In a 1-point game, that kind of tells the difference right there. You don't throw those 2 picks and give Tuscola more opportunities with the ball. Maybe Cherokee pulls that one out, but either way, Tuscola knocks him off. Mitchell, 35, McDowell, 21, Warren. This is your team, Mitchell.
They ran the crap out of the ball. Owen Riddle, their quarterback, 20 carries, 126 yards. Mitchell ran the ball on 50 of their 58 offensive snaps.
That's just
that is some Mount Heritage kind of stuff.
That is Mount Heritage
that's
type
some
ball
good
right
old ground and pound mountain football stuff. That's what I love to see. Kodge Pittman, remember from last year, 19 carries, 103 yards, a touchdown. McDowell QB, Danny Brown, he has solid evening. Is all right, 13-26, 170 yards, 3 touchdowns, had a pick. But Mitchell just grounded and pounded, good old keep pounding football, and that's why they won the game. Good for Mitchell. I think it's the first time they won since last time I tried to pick them week 6 last year or something. So
stay away. Just stay away from Mitchell, please, Warren.
Yeah, because you did pick McDowell to win last week. So
I did pick McDowell on.
So let's keep the reverse jinx going.
It's a reverse jinx going on here. I'm gonna keep picking against Mitchell, so Kodge Pittman doesn't show up my front door and beat the hell out of me. So that's what we're going to do.
But just know, Mitchell, yeller in Warren's hearts, always and forever.
Always and forever, baby. Forever and ever.
So we had a little bit of a shakeup in our power rankings. So let's go ahead and look at our Battle for the Blue Ridge top 10.
It's the Battle for the Blue Ridge top 10, presented by We Don't Have a Sponsor.
At our number 10 spot, we have Erwin, barely hanging in there. AC Reynolds at 9, Pisgah at 8, Robbinsville at 7, Franklin at 6, West Henderson at 5, Murphy at 4, Hendersonville 3, and as expected, Mountain Heritage 2, Brevard 1. An argument can be made, those should be swapped, but those are the top 2 teams in WNC right now, as far as I'm concerned.
Mm-hmm.
So, as far as the top 2 teams, who do you think runs the ball better between Mount Heritage and Brevard? Because that's what they do. They run the football.
I think that it's 2 different styles of game. I think Mountain Heritage is going to – I mean, last year, remember, they threw like one split end out wide, and they just loaded the box and was like, we're going to run the ball down your throat and play power football. And I think Brevard's more of the – they could run some power stuff. I mean, they got some good size on our team, but they've got more of the speed backs. They're going to throw probably some receivers out on – some jet sweeps coming across, and then you might fake the jet sweep on a read option, hand it off the running back. Just eye candy and speed is how they run the football. But nonetheless, both teams, I mean, they're going to ground and pound, and they do it in different ways, but you're also not going to stop them. So I would love to see that matchup, to be honest with you. I feel like that'd be an awesome game.
Yeah, I know. I wish they played.
But you also got to factor in Hendersonville. The first 2 weeks, they've outscored their opponents, 109-6 or something like that. One of them against, I think, we got West Henderson as like our fifth ranked team, and they killed them. Hendersonville, between Brevard, Mount Heritage, and Hendersonville, any one of those teams against each other, I think would be the game of the year. Right now, anyway.
Hendersonville and Brevard would be an awesome game as well. I agree, Warren.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You mentioned West Henderson. They were at the 3 spot last week. They dropped down to 5. They actually swapped places with Hendersonville. Hendersonville jumps up into the 3rd spot. And then how about Franklin? Climbing into our top 10. They were unranked last week, but now they're at number 6.
Yeah, shout out to Franklin. I mean, they're starting to remind me of some of the mid-2000s teams that I grew up watching pummel Inca all the time, and along with other teams as well. But Yeah, I think that it's crazy that they jumped all the way up to sixth place. But I mean, putting a whooping on Robbinsville like that, and then their only loss, I mean, competing with Murphy and only losing by a couple scores. So they seem to be pretty legit this year and on the right track.
I mean, I put them above West Henderson for a reason. They put a beat down on Robbinsville, and West Henderson got throttled. So,
And
I mean,
honestly,
Franklin's on the
with
uppity
you.
up. I think Franklin's definitely a top 5 team in WNC right now, fairly easily, to be honest with you.
So Erwin keeps falling. They're down to the number 10 spot. Tell me, Corey, why does Erwin deserve to hang into the top 10, starting off 0-2? You mentioned the injuries. Why do they still need to be in the top 10?
Well, you look at strength of schedule and you look at the injuries. So if they don't have those injuries, I mean, they were taking it to West Henderson until West Henderson made a push, especially after Lawson Reynolds went back out in week 1 with his injury. And then, you look at them playing Mountain Heritage this past week, and Mountain Heritage, I mean, that's just a daggum good football team. And they were still banged up. Lawson Reynolds didn't play that game. Jaden Holder, I think, was still had a nagging ankle injury. I mean, they're just banged up, and they can't find rhythm right now. But I don't believe that. I just don't see anybody better than them if they play at their full potential to surpass them at the 10 spot. Now, they get smoked this Friday by Brevard. That's probably a different story we're talking about. But, yeah, that's why I've got them in there at 10 right now.
I think if you talk about from a pure talent aspect, Erwin's by far a top 10 team. They're going to get smoked, like, badly next week. But you still have to, if you're talking about pure talent, you still have to debate putting them in the top 10. Because you look at, and they're going to have Hendersonville the week after or something. What a ridiculous schedule. But if you talk about pure talent, everyone's going to be their top 10. But they're playing like the New England Patriots from 2006 every other freaking week. I mean, damn. And they're without Lawson Reynolds. I mean, pure talent-wise, they're a top 10 team, but once you start at 0-3, you're probably going to start at 0-4. You got to take them out because then you're going to have 3-1 teams, 2-2 teams. But I just kind of feel bad for everyone's seniors at this point. I don't know who signed up for that schedule. I mean, I don't know if someone can sign up for that schedule because if someone did sign up for that schedule, you should probably be fired from your job. Yeah.
No, hey, to be the best, you got to beat the best, Warren.
But
you
but
know
you
this.
can't beat
I
the
like the
best
schedule.
when you're missing your best player.
Well, they weren't
Preseason
factoring that in when they were looking at
National
games.
Player of the year.
You weren't.
I mean,
you don't
even
ever plan
with
for
the
that.
best player, can you actually beat these teams? You have Brevard,
Yes.
Mount Heritage and Hendersonville back to back to back. No, even with Lawson Reynolds, they beat. I think they beat West Henderson week 1. After that, they don't win until maybe Watauga.
Listen.
They might lose against Watauga. They'll beat Inca. They start off 1-5. Am I lying, Corey? Am I lying?
Listen.
I'm listening.
They should have beat West if Lawson
didn't.
Reynolds doesn't get hurt.
All right, there's
Listen,
one.
hold on.
One.
They still almost won without him.
All right, there's
Mountain
one.
Heritage, they lost 30-15. Okay,
That's
30-15. You're telling me Lawson Reynolds isn't good for at least 2 scores that game?
Oh, Corey, are you telling me right now Erwin beats Mount
Corey.
Heritage with Lawson Reynolds?
I'm not saying no. I'm not.
That's a loss. Next week. Next week after that.
I'm not saying that they would have beat him. I'm just saying there's a possibility that they could have. They almost beat him last year. They lost by like 3 last year to Mountain Heritage at Mountain Heritage.
They wouldn't beat Mountain Heritage. No.
Look, hey, Erwin's banged up, playing a very tough schedule. To their credit, I disagree with Warren. I think it's good to play, some of the better teams in the state if you can, because when you get to playoffs, you're not getting any cupcakes.
You can't make the playoffs when you win 3 games.
Well, it doesn't matter if you make it and you play a bunch of weak teams and then you go in there and get your butts beat.
But you have to make the playoffs
matter.
first. You can't make the playoffs going 3-7 or something. I mean, they'll beat Inca, but I mean, what? I mean, they even have games later on in the season against North Buncombe. That's not a win by any means.
We'll see. Hopefully, Lawson Reynolds can get healthy and get back. And
I hope he does, because I want to see this Erwin team. Let's get it going, boys. Let's go.
Come on, Erwin. Now it's time for the Certified Dogs of the Week.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with my man Trey Graves from Hayesville. 18 carries, 176 yards, and 3 touchdowns. I mean, come on. Dog.
My pick is Hendersonville quarterback Jerron Ward, 15 of 18, 328 yards, 4 touchdowns passing, 1 rushing. Jerron Ward, you are a certified dog.
My pick is my old man from last season, Oak Markland, the best name in WNC. Avery County, 4 receptions, 160 yards, also 4 carries for 28 yards. I mean, they lost 26-20 to West Caldwell, but he is my certified dog of the week.
Man, you just can't get enough of Oak, can you?
I mean, it's a great name. If I had another son, I'd name him Oak. Middle name Markland. Last name Warren.
Game of the week. It's a big one, fellas. It's the battle for the Jug, North Buncombe versus Madison. North Buncombe controls the Jug, having won 42-14 against Madison last season. And when I was checking on Max Preps earlier, Madison and North Buncombe are separated by 2 spots in the rankings. So very closely ranked teams. They're also both averaging around 30 points a game. This could be an absolute classic.
Yeah, you got to really look out for Curtis Johnson, running back for North Buncombe. He's a sophomore. Kid is freaking blazing fast. They're going to try and ground and pound with him, give him the ball as much as possible. It's going to be up to Madison's defense to see if they can stop it. I mean, Madison has a pretty big line. They have like a 6'7", 265-pound offensive lineman and defensive lineman, I believe. So,
Jeez.
and that was that one kid. There's a 6'1", a 6'3". I mean, they got some big old boys. So whoever can dominate the line of scrimmage and just play for 4 quarters, I mean, who's going to be able to take it.
I really hope Curtis Johnson runs a legit 4-4, because if he doesn't, Madison's going to come out and hurt them. It's going to hurt them. But you're right. Madison does have some hog mollies on not only the offensive and defensive line. Curtis Johnson's going to be a big deal. He's going to have to break it out a little bit. So it's going to be a great game. Definitely game of the week material for sure.
Yep, it's the battle for the Jug. So let's pick who's going to be drinking out of that jug come Friday night.
I'm taking North Buncombe, 30-27.
I think I'm going to go out on a wild hair here and say Madison with the upset at North Buncombe.
I respect it.
Yeah. What kind of score you see on that one?
I think that it's going to be like a 21-14.
Yep. Madison goes 3-0. They beat North Buncombe, get the Jug back. I'm going to say the final score, 28-17.
Oh.
Bold. I like it.
Yeah, we'll see. I like to be bold. Let's go ahead and pick some of our other games. So the standings, to update everyone, Corey's at 16-4. Had a great showing last week. In fact, I think he went 9-1 with his picks. It's pretty good. Warren also had a great week. He went 8-2. He now sits at 14-6. And then I mentioned it last week, fellas. I said I'm taking a bunch of road dogs. I swung for the fences. Either I was going to come out looking like roses, or I was going to come out smelling like dog. And turns out a bunch of my teams lost, so I'm 11-9. It's just not impressive, but I'm over 500, and I'm going to keep it that way. So let's start the picks with Brevard at Erwin. Who you got?
I'll go first. This game's going to get ugly. It's going to get ugly. Everyone knows it's going to get ugly. I'm going to pick Brevard. I actually, truly, honestly hope Erwin gets the upset. Brevard by 24. I'll go with that. It's going to be like 31. Yeah. Brevard by 24.
So
Give me
31-7.
Yeah, there we go. Sorry.
You're welcome.
Math.
I got the math for you.
Sorry, math. There we go.
Give me the boys in blue by, I want to say 21. We'll say 21.
Yep, I'm taking Brevard 40-21. Like Warren mentioned, I wouldn't mind seeing Erwin pull off the upset.
I would love that.
You know, as much as I love my Blue Devils, I feel like Erwin, they need to get back on track, and what better way to do it than hosting Brevard at home? Would be a big time win for them if they can pull it off.
I would.
We got Franklin at Swain County.
I think Franklin wins this by 17. It's going to be something 24-7, something along those lines. Franklin's just too good.
Yeah, I'm taking Franklin by 28.
Ooh, by 28.
It's a lot of points.
Yeah, give me Franklin by 17. I think, Swain's solid team, but that was a tough loss last week. Franklin seems to be picking things up. I'm going to go with Franklin. Hendersonville at North.
Hendersonville, other Mount Heritage. Hendersonville is beginning to become my favorite team. I'm not saying they're coming out of nowhere, but they're just beating the living hell out of everyone, and they're not going to stop this week. Give me Hendersonville by 40.
Ooh, good
40. Give me 40.
Give me Hendo by 28.
Yeah, I'm somewhere in there on the points with Corey. I don't know if 40, that'd be a lot. Look, I know
Bare minimum.
I know North was playing Inca in the first game, but they looked pretty dang good.
Yeah, they're not bad.
I don't know if they're good enough to hang with Hendersonville, but yeah.
It is at North, so that could help. It gets rowdy over there when they're playing well.
Yeah, give me Hendo by 20. Pisgah at Inca. It's the matchup everybody's been wanting to see between Corey and Warren. On one side, you have Warren, who loves Landon Pope. He loves the Bears. On the other side, you have Corey, who hates the Bears and never pulls for him. He would rather die. Who do you guys have?
Off the top of my head, Pisgah's outscored in the last 2 years, 130-14 or something? Like, literally, it's got to be something like that.
Corey, can you verify that? Is that accurate?
Like, I know the year before last is 56-3, so that's halfway, nearly. I know I was exaggerating by 140, but 56 not good, especially against 3.
Corey's face is turning red. He's so angry.
You know what? I want to go opposite just to maybe prove a point. Oh, man, this is tough. We should have waited for this game last. I originally had Pisgah picked, but Warren's really making me want to pick Inca. Give me the Black Bears by 28.
Oh.
I have a great record right now, and I'm not chancing it.
Your record's screwed, buddy. Inca hasn't stopped the run the first couple weeks of the season. They're going to figure it out. They're going to stop Landon Pope. Logan Trantham is going to have 5 touchdowns. Inca is going to freaking win by 10. Give me 30-20. Give me Inca. Jeff Frady. Shout out, baby. Let's go. Bryson, let's go. Coach him up. Let's go.
Man, we need to get Warren on the field.
Let's go, baby.
He needs
30-20.
Brady,
Inca
if you're
30-20.
listening, have Warren give him the halftime speech.
Oh, I would too.
Or pregame, actually. Sorry. Pregame speech.
Stop the run. We're going to stop the run. Now in this little 280 yards of run, giving up the run stuff, we're stopping it this week. We're stopping it this week.
No. Inca's proven they can't stop the run. If they do against the Bears, that would be big time for them. I don't see it happening. I've got Pisgah beating Inca.
Boy, you guys better hope Inca does not win because
I
they do.
I don't think it's going to be a blowout.
If Inca does win next week's podcast, everyone's getting the smoke.
I hope they do.
I might be smoking on it.
I will take the smoke if that happens.
I would gladly be very excited to take all the smoke.
I'm sure you would.
Robbinsville at Mountain Heritage.
Mountain Heritage by 28.
Yeah, give me the Cougars by a lot.
Yeah, no point in even really digging into this one too much. Mountain Heritage handles business at home against the Black Knights. South Point at TC Robertson.
I think that's going to be a closer game than people expect. Give me South Point by 4.
Oh, okay.
Give me South Point by 17.
Interesting. TC, they've also played a tough schedule. Huss week 1, Watauga week 2. Watauga smacked them, I think, 42-0. I don't see him beating the South Point Red Raiders. I just don't see it happen. So, East Henderson at Rosman.
Rosman got smacked last week. It's one of those games where it's almost like a toss-up for me. I'll go with East Henderson by a touchdown. It's going to be something like 21-14, something like that. I don't think – I respect the kids and everything and the coaches. I don't think either one of those teams are good.
I'm going to take Rosman. Home field advantage wins this game. I think it'll be a tight one. East Henderson's got a pretty long trip to get over there. Yeah, give me the Tigers.
Yep. I'm also going with Rosman. East has not been impressive. Rosman hasn't been particularly impressive either. But I think they're a little better than East, and they're at home. I'm taking Rosman. Asheville at Crest.
I'm going to go with Asheville by 2 touchdowns.
Whoa.
Yep. You heard it here. You heard it here, baby.
Hey, boy.
Even after what happened against Daniel Boone?
No.
Shut up. I know. Corey, that was a joke. That was a joke, Corey.
Okay, sorry.
Corey's about ready to yell at me.
Got me fired up again. Listen,
Dobbins Bennett.
For all of you that listen, it was Dobbins Bennett that Asheville played. It was not Daniel Boone. Okay, let's get our facts straight. And Dobbins Bennett did beat Asheville. If it would have been Daniel Boone, I most certainly would have picked Asheville. Just had to get that out there in the air for everyone.
So who's your pick, Corey?
My pick is Crest by 21.
Yep, I'm going Crest too. Had it been at Asheville, maybe they do a little something, pull a surprise upset, but I'm taking Crest to beat the Cougars. Cougars, pull the upset, do it. And then we have, it's not a hyphen, but it is a 3-name school, Warren. J.M. Robinson at A.C. Reynolds.
Well,
That's a lot of letters in that matchup.
We got a couple of 3 names. J.M. Robinson against A.C. Reynolds. Give me A.C. Reynolds, baby. 2 touchdowns. Easy. That's the easiest pick right there out of all these.
I should have done my research because now that I'm getting to the bottom and see J.M. Robinson, I'm pretty sure that was my principal at Candler Elementary at one point. Don't really know who to rock with here. They sound like they probably have very good athletes, but it's at Reynolds. Reynolds got their first dub. Give me the Rockets. Please, God, don't fail me.
Yeah, I like that we have a matchup between, it's like 2 old guys, J.M. Robinson versus A.C. Reynolds.
It's like Congress.
It's the battle at the church homecoming.
Yeah, it's like your local bingo match is getting real serious. Came down to J.M. Robinson and A.C. Reynolds. But yeah, I'm taking Reynolds. Don't fail us, Reynolds. You guys had a big bounce back win this past week. Let's see if you can continue it against Mr. Robinson.
Mr. Robinson.
We're making fun of their names, and they're probably going to come in like hang 50.
It's a school in Georgia, and Reynolds gets waxed by 64.
Yeah, I'm about to go look up who they are when we get done here.
It's J.M. Robinson. Do you know who that is?
I've never heard of them. I told you I only thought that was my principal.
Did y'all see that Cherokee's playing some team out of Mississippi? Is that correct? How does that even work?
I saw that said MS in parentheses after their school name, and I was like, what?
Do they even have internet in Mississippi? Do they even know how to spell their state's name? Right next.
Honestly, the Cherokee kids probably have the reservation money. They may have a private jet to fly to Mississippi. I'm not sure.
Yeah, because last time I went there, I lost $600 in that casino in 14 minutes. They probably do. Frick.
I knew Cherokee was pretty far west in North Carolina, but I don't think it's close enough to Mississippi to
Take a
make
bus.
that matchup make sense. So I don't know. I need to look into that more because that was strange whenever I saw that on the schedule. But anyways, I digress. Any big plans for the weekend, fellas? What you guys got going on?
I'm going to hang out with my kids. I meant to mention this earlier. My oldest son just got his first job. Very proud of him. Very proud of him.
Congratulations. That's a big step.
Let's go.
Does he know that his father is jobless and a loser?
God. Whoa.
Just kidding.
Take it
Kidding.
easy.
Warren has a very steady job and that he's very successful at. Gets a lot of praise from his bosses. So
I don't know about successful or any of that, but I do have a job.
you're good at it. You're good at it.
I try. Not as good as you.
Corey, I think you got a big event on Saturday.
Yeah, let me get a drum roll, please. The wedding shower for your boy.
Yeah.
To celebrate me and the old lady. Mom's probably going to yell at me for saying that, but she's my woman. We're gonna get celebrated, and we're gonna get lots of gifts for our future home, and hopefully one of them is a grill with a smoker attached, and we're gonna be cooking some mean steaks. Put a little reverse sear in the frying pan. Let's get it going.
Well, I can't afford a grill. Would you like a blanket? What about a blanket?
A nice little throw blanket from Dollar General.
Yeah.
Warren, I don't want your presents. I just want your presence.
Actually, I'm going to bring my kids, and we're going to show up with like a blanket.
You know what? Speaking of showing up with blankets, when we were driving back from Tennessee from our golf trip, we stopped at a rest area. 16 people had Buc-ee's gear on. One woman had a Buc-ee's blanket. I don't understand the obsession with Buc-ee's. I don't get it. Why does everyone love Buc-ee's so much? It really pissed me off to see that blanket, and it ruined my day, and I'm so angry about it, and I just wanted to say that.
Hey, but I bet you still got one of those barbecue burrito things or whatever that you like.
We weren't even at Buc-ee's. That's the thing.
I got you. They just had the merch they were rocking.
Yeah, we're at a rest area, and their whole car is Buc-ee's bumper stickers.
Yeah,
it's insane. It's a cult. It's a freaking cult. The cult of Buc-ee's. Everybody worships that damn beaver.
It's bushes.
I thought you were going somewhere completely different with that. Thank God. But yeah, Buc-ee's is the most overrated thing since forever. I think that place sucks.
Since white bread.
It's a gas station with like a little marketing. Oh my God, it's Buc-ee's. It's got you can pump some gas and stuff. Oh, you can get like some little memorabilia that costs you $15 for a little bunny. Place sucks.
It's a squirrel, Warren.
Squirrel.
I thought it was a beaver.
Rabbit.
What?
Yeah,
See, we
beaver.
don't even know because we don't care. We hate buses.
We're not a part of the cult. We're not cult members. So anyways, sorry. Got us way off the rails there. That's it. We've done it. Another episode of the Mountain Matchups podcast. Season 2, Episode 3 comes to a conclusion. Boys, it has been an absolute pleasure. I love you. We'll see you next week.
As
I love you
always.
guys.
Love you, fellas.